Hey, my name is Jamie Aaron, and today I'm going to show you a rhythm guitar exercise to use in the blues. In this exercise, we're going to use one chord per beat, or quarter notes, and it's really going to improve your rhythm playing in the blues. You might just be used to playing one chord for the 1 chord, another chord for the 4 chord, another chord for the 5 chord, but it can be really great to move around the neck and give some propulsion to your comping and to your rhythm guitar playing. So this is just an exercise, but you can take some of these elements and add them to your rhythm vocabulary, and it'll really enhance your blues guitar rhythm playing. So we're in the key of A, and over the A7 chord, or the 1 chord, we're going to play these voicings. A7, just a 3-note voicing. A with your 2nd finger on the 5th fret of the 6th string, G with your 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 4th string, and C sharp with your pinky on the 6th fret of the 3rd string. So you get the root, the 3rd, and the 7th. Then we're going to slide this up to a B minor 7, and the best way to slide that up is to just take your pinky, move it up a half step, and then put your 2nd and 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the 6th string and the 4th string. So you can really just glide. You're just sliding your 2nd and 3rd finger to the 7th fret, sliding your pinky to the 7th fret. Then we're going to go to a passing diminished chord, a C diminished. That's C, A, and E flat. And to keep this little fingering pattern going, I keep my pinky, just move it up a half step, move it to the 8th fret of the 3rd string, 1st finger on the 7th fret of the 4th string, and 2nd finger on the 8th fret of the 6th string. And then this is going to turn into an A chord with the C sharp in the bass, or the 3rd in the bass. So you're going to slide your pinky up a half step, 3rd finger goes on C sharp, 1st finger goes on A. So there you get the 3rd, the root, and the 5th. So it's a 1st inversion A chord. So our A7 looks like this. And all these chords fit over an A7. This is an A7. This B minor is in the key of A7, so we can use it. This is a passing chord that's linking the B minor to the A over C sharp, and then here's the A over C sharp, or the 1st inversion A chord. So this is just another A chord. What's really important is that you get the right fingering, because then you can just slide your fingers up these strings like trains on a train track. You don't have to worry about adjusting. Watch how smooth I make these transitions because I'm using the proper fingering. So the pinky is always riding that 3rd string, and then the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fingers swap out when necessary, but you try to keep it as consistent as possible. So then to get to the 4 chord, for the first time, we're going to make a quick change and go to the 4 chord in the 2nd bar of the blues. We're just going to do the same pattern up on the 10th fret. So that's D7, E minor 7, F diminished, it's a passing chord, and a 1st inversion D chord, or a D over F sharp. And then we're going to go back to our 1 chord, of course, for bars 3. And for bars 4, I just take this pattern and walk it backwards. Then in bar 5, we get to the 4 chord. But instead of doing the 4 chord on the 6th, 4th, and 3rd string, as we had been doing, let's jump over and do it on the 5th string through the 2nd string. So we're going to start with a D7, probably know this shape, to a C over D, or a D sus chord, to a D diminished, to a D7. Then we'll go back to 1, and walk it back down. That brings us to our 5 chord, E7, and for the 5 chord, let's just do what we did over the 4 chord, but just up a whole step, or up 2 frets. So E7, D over E, or E sus, E diminished to E7, then back to D. And for our last 1 chord, let's move the pattern up to a higher string set. So let's do strings 1 through 4. A7, B minor, 7, C diminished, passing diminished chord. You could also call this A diminished, or E flat diminished, or G flat diminished. And that leads us to A7. And then let's jump up to this A7, C sharp, G, A, E, and then we'll turn it around by playing F9 to E9. And then that takes us back home. So let's put it all together. Here's how it sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. Next string set. Back down. 5 chord. 4 chord. Top strings. And I know this sounds kind of robotic and methodical, and it is. This is an exercise or an etude to develop this skill. But once you get it, you can just add it when you need it in your rhythm playing. So I might play over a blues using those, but also combining some of my other blues guitar rhythm vocabulary. So try practicing this, do it in a lot of different keys, and try changing up the rhythm. You can syncopate the rhythms. You don't have to do quarter notes, but it's great to practice quarter notes. That can feel really good, especially when you're playing in a duo setting, a setting without a drummer. This can be really percussive, almost in the style of Freddie Green from the Count Basie Orchestra. I hope this video was helpful. Please click subscribe and comment for more guitar videos. I put lessons and gear demos out every week, so you don't want to miss them. And if there are any lessons that you'd like me to cover, please also write that in the comments section, and check out some of the videos I've already done. I'm getting a big library here of stuff together, and I think you might find it helpful. So thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.